What's good, nieces and nephews, Doozy Nation? Happy hump day to you. So I'm here at work, making my coins legitly. And I get, a little update from Andrew. He done posted something. Oh, just take a minute to look at this picture. Just if thirst and attention seeking was an object, here you go. But anyway, so I'm sitting here and, I get a little notification, Andrew Caldwell has made a post. So, I check to see what lie he done told today, what deal he done signed, what contract he done bleached, who he done humped up against and then cried sexual harassment. And then I see this right here. I'm heartbroken. I've been suffering in silence and I can't take it anymore. Justice needs to be served, and I encourage anyone else suffering in silence to speak up. Now, we already know that he didn't write this because he's not capable of stringing it together any multisyllabic words into a coherent sentence. So I'm wondering who wrote this for him. But there's a statement from this firm, Adifi and Rabi. Okay. It says our firm has been retained to represent Andrew Caldwell regarding several acts committed against him while participating in the production of Zeus Network's television show Bad Boys Los Angeles. As we stand before, it is neither permissible nor entertaining to be the subject of intentional acts of violence or, as in this case, sexual harassment. Yeah. The history and patterns of abuse many entertainers are subject to endure in the entertainment industry is no longer to be ignored, and industry standards must change. Methods of fear and intimidation are unacceptable in any industry or setting and will not be tolerated. This network has not only failed to ensure the safety and security of its cast members, rather has consistently created an unsafe and toxic environment for everyone involved in its production. These occurrences are not isolated, and the exploitation of entertainers for profit is self-evident. The extent of our client's mental and emotional distress is devastating. Sure. We intend to fight tirelessly on his behalf. It is time to hold all these who deem themselves to be above the law accountable for their actions. Signed, Joseph Adifi and Kathy Rabi of Adifi and Rabi APC. So, I have a couple of issues with this statement. First of all, I have an issue with the statement as a whole. Secondly, now there was 10 bad boys, and with Andrew leaving and this new guy, Jonathan, coming in to replace, technically 11. So out of 11 people, and we've seen Milan, Wagutta, Durrell, both of the baddesses, I think Carry On and one of the trades get into some type of physical altercation. And yet none of them have filed any lawsuits or any paperwork on any of the other cast members. But this one, who only stuck around for one day, who didn't get a hand laid on him, is going to quote unquote sue or press charges against Zeus Network. Huh? Say what? And I'm sorry. Sexual harassment, from what we all know about Latricia Caldwell these past 8 years, if anything, someone on that crew should be suing him for sexual harassment. Because I'm sorry, and I'm just speaking in generally, but who in the hell would want to lay hands on Andrew unless it was to knock him out? I seriously doubt if any of the cast, crew, producers, hired, homeless, caterers, hotel staff, any of them even looked in Sis's direction and said hi. So what is you doing, baby? I mean, are you just that thirsty for money and attention and clout that you got to resort to this? I mean, we know you don't have a problem with going low, but this is low. Yeah, so I'm not getting this, and I'm sorry. Let me go back to the was it the mental distress and fear and intimidation and the extent of the client's mental and emotional distress. I'm sorry. Anybody who goes live 35 times a day, stuffing their mouth with chicken and Chinese food and sloshing down refresher acais and gloating about Louboutins and bags and contracts, that to me doesn't seem like they're in any type of mental anguish or emotional distress. So correct me if I'm wrong. Those sound like keywords that a lawyer would tell you to use to solicit empathy and to try to rack up more dollars in this potential lawsuit. So speaking of lawsuits, of course, I had to do a little looking, and I went to the firm's Instagram page. Well, first I went to their actual website, and either this is a new website or they are a new company because the date on the website is 2021, which is when this website was either updated or created. And seeing as though, and you can go check for yourself, that the section for FAQs, frequently asked questions, under there it says coming soon. So I'm leaning more towards this is a new site for a new company. Because if this was a company who had been established for a decent amount of time, you would already have FAQs and you would just migrate them from the old website to the new website, correct? Correct. So, yeah, so this agency, this law firm, has only been in effect since 2021. Now, they got a couple of little testimonies out there, but we all know about online testimonies. We know we take them with a grain of salt, right? Which brings me to the IG page. Now, you notice we only got 3 posts. And the most recent post was done on February 9th, which is the very first post, the one with the beautiful lady and the guy in this green suit in the background. Okay, so the website was established in 2021. The Instagram page is established a little over a month ago. 3 posts, following a nice amount of people. I'm sorry, you have about 3,000 followers, but you're only following 21. Now, how do you have 3,000 followers with an Instagram page that's only been up for a month and a half with 3 posts? And again, this is just, establishing the timeline. This is the very first post on the Instagram page, War Ready, Lawyer Up, Entertainment Lawyer. Now, I did click on this lovely lady's profile, and looks like she's been practicing law at least since 2014. That was the oldest picture on her page that showed her in a lawyer courtroom capacity. So, okay, so I give you a little leeway, but the whole APC firm, I'm looking at you with one eye, and that eye is cocked. So I'm just saying. We already peeped out Andrew's other lawyer and his credentials, aka The Voice, touring around, doing a rendition of Britney Spears. Which leads me to wonder, if you have that lawyer, that Randy, whoever he was, and he's supposed to be an entertainment lawyer, these people are supposed to be entertainment lawyers. Why do you need 2 separate firms representing you? Unless you fired the first one or they let you go as a client, or unless they never represented you in the first place. I'm just saying, it ain't adding up. The math ain't mathing and geometry ain't shaping up. Then, looking for a little further into the 3-post profile, I see this statement also dated on the 17th, so 6 days ago. Now, this one conveniently doesn't have a name listed underneath the date like Andrew's, so it doesn't say statement of or statement from. It's just blank. And it says, we are very saddened by the events that occurred during the taping of Hoseline's Cabaret reunion show yesterday. The acts that occurred are horrific, unacceptable, and far removed from any notion of female empowerment. It is neither permissible nor entertaining to be the subject of intentional acts of violence, irrespective of the gender of the perpetrator committing these acts. The network should ensure the safety and security of its cast members, which warrants the degree of care necessary to prevent serious bodily injury or harm. The the extent of our client's injuries and distress are to be taken very seriously, and we intend to vigorously address and advocate on her behalf. So this apparently is the statement of the girl who had the fight with Hoseline and Hoseline's boyfriend on the reunion show. Now, what's the likelihood of two people that quote unquote starred, were featured in, were a part of two shows from the same network, having the same law firm represent them for similar situations? You smell that? Smells rotten. Smells funky. Definitely smells funny. I'm not really sure what's going on, but again, seems a little fishy to me. One lawyer representing two quote unquote reality stars of two shows from the same network. It's not adding up. And as the old saying goes, there's something rotten in Denmark. Or in this case, something is rotten up to these panty girdles. So I need y'all to reach out and let me know what you think about this. What is the end game? What is Andrew trying to accomplish? Is this just for show? Is this something real? Drop it in the comments. Let me know, and we'll discuss this. I think I have plans for the night. If they get canceled out, then we may go live and talk about this. But if not, then we'll talk real soon. All right. Love you guys.